Sorry about that. Camera looks a little fuzzy. Still looks fuzzy. Huh, I don't know. Oh, that looks a little better. What's up, Marco? What's up, Fed? Ain't seen you around a little bit, bud. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. That's entirely possible. So I got these mammoth molar scales linered up. I'm just going to clean up the edges. I want to see what it looks like. Not going to do anything serious with them tonight, but I just want to see how they look with the edges cleaned up. I think I'm going to try these I got some new belts in. Probably shouldn't use them for this though, couldn't think of it. That's not a great idea. We'll just use the standard belt. Those belts are kind of expensive. I don't want to use them for something that there's really no advantage, nothing to gain. Like I said, all I'm going to do is square up these edges and see what it looks like. I want to make sure there's no air gap. So far, so good. It's like a nice clean transition. Of course, this will look better once it's sanded and polished. Be a lot brighter. I was gonna have guests on tonight, guys, but I couldn't get my StreamYard to work. It wouldn't load my mic and stuff. Let me move y'all closer, I guess, at least so you can see what I'm doing. No, nothing exciting. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I really miss Justin and Molly on Sundays. Is it just me? Am I the only one that misses them? Well, those cleaned up nice. Drew, that is a new grinder. You're 100% correct there. I apologize for these light lines, guys. I keep telling myself I'm going to go get a new phone. But, I mean, as a phone, it works fine. Just got that crack right through the camera. Causes those crazy lines. And I don't think about it until Sundays. Or whenever I go live. I don't typically use my phone on Sunday. But I think I'm going to have to get a new phone and a new computer. Mine is just really struggling to load StreamYard anymore. I mean, it is an old office computer too, so it's got some miles on it, to say the least. I'll tell you, live streams sure aren't what they used to be. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth turning the camera on for. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, participation really seems to be down. Maybe that's my fault, though. I mean, I'm the one airing it. Gonna take a little hand sanding on that one. I knew I was jumping the gun though. I just want to see what it looked like a little bit. So we're gonna do a little hand rubbing. Little bit of hand rubbing. That's what she said. Rub it with your hands. Sorry, ain't nothing super exciting going on, guys. I was planning to do this earlier and then just dedicate tonight to fucking off and being silly on the internet. And I had things get in my way. I wasn't able to come get the work done that I needed to. So here I am now. Stuck here making y'all watch this shit. What's up, Josh? Ain't nothing more exciting than hand sanding, guys. Almost like watching epoxy dry. This old boy had ordered this knife. Retired Navy guy. So he wanted something a little somewhat Navy themed. So I went with a pearl like battleship gray with blue pins. It's gonna look a lot better once it polishes up. Only one way to get to that point. Keep rubbing. Rubbing, rubbing, and more rubbing. What's up, Cliff? Brandon, how you? We're just over here hand sanding some knife scales. That's what's going on in here. Got a couple rough spots still. Pretty happy with these scales. I made these myself. You never really know what you're gonna get until you make them and let them cure and then sand into them with this Carinite type material, because you don't know what it's going to look like on the inside till you get in there. And when you see it in the mold, it's like seeing a woman in her panties. You get all excited. But that don't mean what's inside looks good. All we can do is hope. I've never had it look bad. Back to scale material. I've never had it look bad, but sometimes it has surprised me. Like I'll get textures and patterns that I did not expect at all. So that's part of it. I am pretty confused. I'm running into some stuff with the buffing that I can't quite figure out. Like this buffer wheel, on some colors, it actually stains it yellow. And I don't know what to do about that. See, like this, I never expected this harsh separation on this pearl. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's here and here. I wasn't expecting that look at all. I don't dislike it, but it is a surprise. But it does have a very deep marbled look to it. I gotta clean out the Gotta clean out the lanyard hole. There we go. Oh, me. All right, we'll set that to the side for now. I've got a couple of the forests, like this one I got the pins poured in, but got a lot of cleanup work to do, so that's what we'll do. Had to get the heaviest of the epoxy off there before I start out hand sanding. Let me go wash this sandpaper off. Hey Kathleen, how are you? Good to see you in here. We ain't got nothing very exciting tonight, Kathleen. We're just doing some hand sanding. Nothing exciting. It's weird doing these two-piece scales. When you sand the wood, the dust from that ironwood gets in the G-Carta and stains it up. It's super annoying. Maybe they're not the best. Well, I take that back. You can hit it with a little alcohol. It comes right out. But it sure does make it muddy looking while you're doing it. Brian F. made me feel a little better. Or Mitten State EDC, he told me, he's like, man, it's going to look like shit the whole time you're working with it. Till you're done and get it oiled, it's going to look like shit. And he's not kidding. He was 100% correct. %100% correct. So anybody seen Kyle around today? I haven't seen him around, but I mean, I ain't called him or anything either. And I hadn't been in a whole lot of live streams today. The ones I did go into, I just kind of stopped by momentarily. Let's clean this off and put a little oil on it. I just want to see what it's going to look like when I'm done. Did you see what I'm saying? The white just looks, this is like white, but man, it just always looks dirty. I don't understand. Let me go back with a clean piece of sandpaper and just scuff it a little and see if that comes off. But I don't think I want to work with G-Carta again for a while. Especially light colors. Anything with white in it from them just seems to stain up and look dirty. I'm going to try to avoid the wood, stay off of it, and just sand the G-Carter. Like as soon as you sand it, it all turns light and chalky looking. It just doesn't work like other materials work. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. I still don't know if y'all can get a good look at that. It's still stained up here. Yeah, man, I'm just not a fan. Not a fan of this product. Man, I know Kyle's going to do some touch up on them when he gets them, but I don't want him to have to do a whole bunch. I'd like to have them pretty damn close when he receives it. Know what I mean? It's kind of hard not having anybody talk back. What's up, Paul? Javon in here? What's up, my brother from Huntsville? I really don't want to fail at this, making these knives for Dylan, but it has not been a very rewarding process. But completely my fault. I think what really hurt me the most was having that downtime with my foot and being away. There being such a long break between when I started this and when I got to pick it back up. But see, even old, I still don't like it. Now, maybe some people will, but, and it's still got some more sanding to go, but I don't know, man. It sucks the motivation out of me as soon as I start working on it. Can't really explain why, it just does. Now I've got one of my own thugs with this material on it. I don't like it either. Yeah, just don't like it. Don't like working on it. Don't want nothing to do with it. It's fucking killing my mood, to be honest with you. It's like the more you sand it, the dirtier looking it gets. Yeah. Tonight's not the night for that. It's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna sling them across the damn room. Hey, I do have this one last rimfire ready if anybody wanted one. Chisel ground, Pops Pro cut. Yeah. Nobody wants it, that's no big deal. I'll do something with it. I need to dig through this steel. That's Pro cut. What's that? Nice. Nitro V. Mark this. Hoping to find a thicker, wish I had some thicker stuff. I don't care about edge retention on this particular piece I'm thinking of. There we go. This is more what I had in mind. Some 8670. I just wanted to draw something up while it's fresh on my mind. I wanted something fairly thick, and this is fairly thick. But I got a chef's knife over here I need to put scales on in a minute. We'll get to that. Oh, I need my drafting stuff. Hang on. It's going to be a little side project, but that G Carta has sucked the fun out of it for me tonight, so I'm going to jump to something I want to do for a few minutes. Try to get that negativity out of my head. Because that stuff for real pisses me off. Never again. I say that. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe in the end, when it gets done, it'll look okay and I'll be happy with it. But I don't foresee that happening, to be honest. It would really shock me if that was the outcome. That's hard to believe, that little ruler. That's as deep as my oven will go. But it is. I mean, that big old oven. Look at this. And that's as big a knife as I can make. 12 inches. I'm going to start this one backwards. I'm going to start with the edge first, and then figure in my handle. One, two, three. There, 5-inch handle. I'll get that cut out soon. Probably do some refinement on that too. In case you're wondering, as silly as it sounds, I'm wanting to make the Tanto knife that Soap is carrying in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Again, don't give a shit if it sells. I was a big fan of Modern Warfare 2, and I'd really like to have that knife. So I'm going to make it. Now, what we're going to put on this this chef's knife I've got to finish it up. Got to get it scaled up. This is some heavy duty shit. Let's see what we got in here. Ah, that's what I was looking for. It was right on top. Some good old red shred carbon fiber. Because why not carbon fiber on a chef's knife? I think it's a great idea. Nice and tough. Moisture resistant. No worries. It just does its job. I need to fix that. Y'all see that? That ain't supposed to be like that. So we're gonna fix it. My water bucket looks disgusting. It's all that dust off of random scale materials. Still cools, that's all that matters. I was about to dip the grinder. I'm sitting here doing this and I've got a small wheel attachment in my truck. That's smart. But I've started it, so I'm going to finish it. Much better. That more better. Yeah, let your finger disappear up in there. Much better. All right, get these handles scuffed up a little bit so we can epoxy them. Not with that belt, we're not. All right, that'll do that. Because he doesn't want to try finishing them off the knife. I would think it would be. I don't know what you mean, Paul. Oh, you're talking about finishing the scales off the knife? Well, I mean, you're correct. That is a better way in some instances, but these Santokus don't have any real shape to the handle. There's no contouring up at the end or any of that. Like it just comes to a blunt stop. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. But I have watched a lot of makers that completely finish the handles before ever installing them. I always leave them a little blocky and then grind them down, till they hit the metal part. It's just the way I learned. It may not be right, but I'm sure some makers would badmouth that technique. It just came from working with what I had in the beginning. I wasn't really able to do it any other way. So that's how I learned to do it. I just taped them up like this to hold it in place long enough to start my first drill hole. Then I drop a screw in it to hold it in place so they don't move any. Tell you what I am going to do here in a minute. I try to get these drilled. I'm going to clean up some because I have made quite the mess and can't find shit, as always. Like I know, there they are. I knew I brought in some drill bits. These are F-size bits, in case you're wondering. So they're just a hair over 1/4 inch so that you can fit your 1/4 inch pins in when you're done. They're not very expensive. But if you drill a 1/4 inch hole and try to put a 1/4 inch pin in it, you're going to have a rough time. Now, I dropped that 1/4 inch pin in so that that hole can't move, and I know the next one's in the right spot. Now both my holes are in. Drop another pin in the second hole. Trace this out with a Sharpie and cut off a bunch of my excess. Damn, that ain't marked worth a damn. I drill my hole in the metal just a hair bit bigger. That way when I pour the epoxy, there's a slight void there. Gives the epoxy a place to settle, locks it in even more. Looking for my bolts. There they are. And my washer. Need to scuff the back sides of these a little bit so it sticks better. Now, clean these off. Knock it all up, make sure it still fits. Make sure I didn't flip anything around backwards by accident. Yep, looks good. Looks good to me. See if I can get some of this crud out of my water. I guess you guys can't see a damn thing, can you? Of course, my nozzle's stopped up. Damn it. And the lid is glued on. Because of course it is. Let me see if I can't get this thing unclogged. With my Unclog-O-Matic 2000, wherever that is. Yeah, I'd have never got that out. That was way down in there. And I even had the lid back on. I'm bad to leave the lid off and then be mad because my glue's all ruined. But not this time. All right, that ain't never gonna work again. We still got epoxy though, that's okay. We can just pour it. We'll just pour it, smear it, do it that way. Wet it, like it says. Set her on there. Now to pour this part. Whoa, shit. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was... Squeezed her just a little too hard, y'all. It's all right, though. Ain't gonna hurt a thing. We'll just spread it around and wipe off what we don't need. That bottle's ruined anyway. Now, I'll wet this part. Set it on there. Start our nuts. Then we're gonna spray all this excess glue off. That's gonna make a damn mess. Probably no bigger a mess than I usually make though. And I wish my hand still worked. If I had full use of my digits, I'd be much better off. All right, we'll let that set for a few minutes and then we'll get to shaping it. But first, I'm gonna fulfill my promise to myself and clean this counter off. Is that just Gorilla Glue? It is burning stage before. I've tried 2-part epoxies. I've tried all of them. And I have gotten the firmest hold out of Gorilla Glue as I have everything. Jason Grant uses it too. I will say, it's ugly as shit when it sets up. And so if you've got any void between your pinhole and your pen, it's going to create this really ugly. So everything has to be a tight fit for it not to ruin it. Plus I drilled my pinhole in the blade a little bigger than the pinhole in the scale material itself. So I've got that small void down inside, kind of creates an anchor. What was that? What's that shit everybody else uses that I bought first and kept having trouble with the scales popping off? It's well, you probably use it, burning stables. Is that the real popular two-part epoxy everybody glues their handles on with? I had zero luck out of it. And I was scuffing the materials. I was cleaning it with alcohol. I was doing everything I thought I was supposed to do, but I could literally tap it on a table and it'd fall off. What's that stuff called? G-Flex. Yeah, G-Flex. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I know a lot of people use it and have success with it, but I did not. So then I tried standard, like, the Loctite version of two-part epoxy. I've tried the all the different brands, and you can't convince me it's not the same shit. I use the two-part, and I've had used the same. What brand do you use? I'm always looking for. Like right here, I've got JB Weld two-part epoxy, and I use it to glue like my liners together and stuff like that. But as far as gluing it to the metal, I've not had anything work better than the Gorilla Glue has. Is there a 67-part epoxy? And I wouldn't dare badmouth any of those products. It's probably me. I probably did something wrong, made some mistake, but this has been rock solid for me. Yeah, that stuff's killer. What are you talking about, the JB Weld brand? I haven't used it to glue scales on in a while. I use it to glue my, my liners to my scale and stuff like that. West system is really nice. Oh, okay. West system. I don't think I've heard that name before. But I was curious why everybody's such a fan of G-Flex. I mean, if it's going to take 24 hours to harden, hell, I've got 24-hour epoxy resin. And I've actually used it on one knife, and so far it's held up great. Marine two-part. He was using Gorilla, yeah. I've had good luck out of it. It's a pain in the ass because once you open it and use it, you're never going to empty a bottle. It's going to fucking harden up in the bottle on its own eventually. What's up, Terry? But like I said, I'm always open to learning new things, new products. I've only been doing this a couple of years, so I still learn something new every day by fucking something up, typically. That seems to be my learning curve. I have to fuck it up to figure it out. Yeah, this shop is badass. This is not mine, by the way. I'm very lucky that my brother from another mother built this awesome big ass shop. The only issue with this big a shop is that it's damn near impossible to heat in the winter. When it turns cold in here, it's just fucking cold. There's nothing you can do about it. But Vernon Stable, since you're here, I'll have a little conversation with you. I just got in these, I don't know what's wrong with my mind tonight, man. I can't think. These Trizac belts. And I haven't used these yet, but I ordered some from Pop's Knife Supply. These aren't them. I ordered some from Pop's Knife Supply. Jesus Christ. This is not what I ordered. There's no way that's 72 inches. Hell no. Look at this. I'm gonna back up so y'all can see. So that was shipped wrong. Do they even make a grinder that long? I thought I was going to have some Trizac belts, but I still don't, because this is not correct. That's every bit of double the length of my 2x72s. And on the order, it clearly said 2x72. So that's got to go back. But my question is, I ordered some Trizac belts from Pop's Knife Supply, and what I got was this. It is a structured abrasive, but it's kind of shiny. I don't know, it says A65, so it's saying it's the same grit as that. But it just kind of, it leaves the metal very smudgy looking. I don't know. Yeah, I got to send those back. 101 sounds about right. They're long as shit. That's disappointing. I was excited about that till I unrolled them. But I did think, man, that looks like more than 3 belts. So that's because for my grinders, that's 6 fucking belts. Same, just a different steel, kind of like a quart. Now I've got quart belts. Don't even know if I need them, really. But maybe I didn't do the right belt progression to work my way up to that E65. Just when I tried it, it left some shiny spots. It just looked smudgy. It didn't look clean. Again, no doubt, 110% my fault. But I'm gonna clean this tip up right quick. Yeah, I'm sure I've just not used them correctly or something. I never got to spend much time with an actual knife maker to be, like hands-on taught anything. I just had to figure it all out on my own through lots of trial and error. And of course, when you do that, you teach yourself some bad habits too. I've learned that the hard way, because I have certainly taught myself some bad habits. Also, Burning Stables, I just got in these Norton Blaze 24 grit. This is like spinning a fucking cinder block. I use them for very rough shaping. The difference between a 36 grit and this though is huge. Like, this is so much more aggressive. I don't think I would ever grind any bevels with that. Yeah, I never had hands-on time. Yeah, but I've seen your stuff, dude. You make killer stuff, man. Apparently you just learn better than I do. And it's just rubbing. 1 second, guys. Well, I don't know what I did with my masks. I know I have masks. That's the only bad thing to rearranging stuff. Like, I didn't even do all the rearranging, so I'm having a really hard time figuring out what we did with everything. There's supposed to be a whole pack of N95 masks here. I guess I'll break out the old full-blown respirator since we're grinding carbon fiber. Don't want that shit in our lungs. I can't see shit. Apparently that's the downside to a cheap respirator, full face respirator, is as soon as you put it on, it fogs up and you can't hardly see shit. So is life. Somebody bought me that though, and I wouldn't dare want to seem unappreciative. I guess I keep forgetting to move y'all along with me. I was just taping it up so I don't scratch it up. We're going to leave that. Come back to it when I can take the bolts out. Actually, I ain't got to do that. I can just take that washer off. That bolt right back on there. I got her shaped. Now just let it sit till that hardens. I'll go back and counterbore it. Where's Luke? You could have said, Luke, I'm your father. I don't know where Luke is. I'm gonna have to call and check on Kyle after this. I ain't seen him all day. Got me a tad bit concerned. I don't know how I'm gonna film this. I've got some cutting I need to do. Actually, I don't even see my back. Yeah, there it is. I'm sure you guys don't remember it, but way back when I first started working in here, we probably had a dozen of the big 18-volt batteries, the big ones, the expensive ones. And in the process of building that house, Meathead has worn them all out. Like they're all dead, won't charge. It's kind of disappointing because they're so damn expensive too. But I mean, they made it out of warranty, so you know, what do you do? But it sucks not having knowing I've got 2 more hot 18-volt batteries over there to pick from. I'm down to 1. He's got more than that, but some of them are out in the house, and I don't want to. I know I'll forget to put them back. Then he'll need it and be looking for it and be pissed off at me. So I'm not going out there taking his batteries. I've got a, regular plug-in one, but I really don't like using the cutting wheel on that thing. You know what? We're gonna go over here to the hog for a minute. One thing that new grinder don't beat the old grinder at, and that's shaping. That grinder won't run this fast on wide open. I have no intention of running it on wide open. It wears out the bearings. In case you're wondering, we're checking out a crucial. 7 people with all that noise. I just wanted to get it close on that. This is S90V, by the way, in case y'all were wondering. I'm sure nobody was. Let's cut in this finger tool. Well, actually, let me get a little closer on this. So like everything else, I just cut it in till it touched the Sharpie line, because after I heat treat it, I'll clean that up even more on a finer grit belt and make sure there's no decarb. So yeah, that's done. Ugh. I don't know if I had the holes drilled in the other one or not to use as a guide. I really don't know what I did with it. Of course I don't know. Maybe I just should have took tonight off. I mean, I didn't need to, that's for sure. But things aren't exactly going smoothly. I'll say that. Can't seem to get my shit together tonight. But I'm not going to drill that until I know for a fact that the pattern, whether it required a lanyard tube or not. So that was a problem I made last time. I made assumptions without going back and looking and fucked it all up. Now I have no idea what I did with the one I fucked up. I kind of need it to get the pinhole pattern off of. Things just aren't going smoothly. Mostly because I'm a damn slob and I can't keep up with anything. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Now I'm going to lay it up to the pattern that Cheetos sent, and as you can see, it's still just a hair bigger, but I wanted to leave that space for cleaning it up. Oh, my bad, guys. back to the drill. All right, holes are drilled. Got some chamfering to do. We'll get on that. Got these fancy chamfer bits for chamfering the holes. That also creates a small void for the epoxy to smush into, create a better bond. I'll take any help I can get. There. Nice, pretty little chamfered holes. I guess, once I got that done, we'll go ahead and cut out another one. They all got to be done eventually. I'll be lucky if I get this one done. This is not even the big high capacity 18 volt. But I'll see what I can do. What are you doing, Shane? Mission accomplished. Got that one done. I was gonna go ahead and put that battery on charge, just in case I need to cut something else out. I'm sure it's getting low. Yep, 1 bar. Needs a new blade too. I have no idea why I lit that cigarette earlier. I really didn't enjoy that at all. I had a road trip the other day. Anytime I'm on a road trip and I get drowsy, I'll pull over and get a pack of cigarettes. I don't know why, one about every 20 minutes seems to keep me awake. Good old road smokes. Back to the drill. Can't heat treat those yet because I've got file work to do. And my file's broke, so I got to pick up a new file tomorrow. Before I can go any further on that, I brought that chef's knife from home. I'm going to try to straighten it again. I don't have a whole lot of faith it's going to work, but it's already ground. I mean, I hate to waste it, but I certainly don't want to sell it with a big ass warp in it. I'm gonna get her clamped up. See what I can do with it. I got a pretty harsh bend in her. There's nothing to lose at this point. But look at that. She might snap. I doubt it. One thing I learned about Pro Cut, it's tough as shit. Got some of it out. It'd be nice to save that just because, you know, I've made it. Kind of sucks to think it'd go to waste. Anywho, I still got Nora Brown's knife here. I need to get it scaled up pretty soon. Get that sent off to Jason. So I guess we can switch belts, clean this kitchen knife up some. That pretty ass finish. We'll give that just a little more time. Let that set up before I put hardware in it. Where's Luke? Oh, shit, man, I'm way behind on. If there even is any chat anymore. There's Kyle. I was asking about you, Kyle. I was wondering where he was at. So, I've got some bits for counter boring. I'm really curious to see if I'm going to be able to pull that off. I don't have the utmost confidence in myself, but I bought them. I'm going to try it. We're just going to give it a shot. I got a bunch of these carbide counterboard bits. Got to figure out which size I need first. Not that one. It's that one right there. Well, we're either fixing to make a huge step or we're going to fuck something up. I'm not sure which one yet. No, it did it. Gotta go a little deeper. Well, I'll be damned. It's flush mounted, fits right in there. Who'd have ever thought I'd pull that off? Of course, now is the hard part. Can Shane start the hardware? Dropped it twice. To be honest, that's about 10 times less than I figured I would. But it ain't over yet. Drop the Allen wrench. No, I got it. But apparently I need 2 Allen wrenches. This is where I really struggle. Trying to hold one and turn the other one. God damn it. Sorry about that. I mean to take the Lord's name in vain. Oh man. Alright, let's try it again. There we go. Flush mounted. Yes. I've been waiting for over a week to try those bits since I bought them. So in case you're wondering, yes, these are bolted on and epoxied. I don't ever want another knife handle to come off. I have had one, and I still hadn't got the guy to send it back to me. He was hard using it. He was batoning the shit out of it, and one popped off. He ain't mad about it, but I'm almost upset because he won't send it back. I really want to fix it. Clearly, I've got different length barrels because that one is entirely too damn long. But they all look that length. Was that last one I used a shortened one? And now I'm confused. Why'd that one fit perfect right out of the thing? I bet that's one I shortened and put back in there. It's going to need shortened just a hair. Well, lost that one. I don't even know where that some bitch landed. It got launched. Launched, I say. If you guys had only seen all the redneck bullshit ideas I've come up with for countersinking before actually buying carbide countersink bits. Well, it's pretty humorous. But like I said earlier, I tend to learn everything the hard way. Damn it, son. I did it. I did it. Now I can take them back out and clean them up, clean the scales up, put them right back in. Nothing funner than repetitive work. But I wasn't going to do all that cleanup, not knowing if I was going to fucking run it ahead of time. I cannot hold on to these Allen wrenches, man. I can't feel them when I pick them up. I done dropped another one. And I only had two, now I've dropped them both. No idea where the first one went. But I gotta find it because I'm gonna have to have them both to tighten them back up. Where did you go? Where did you go? There's all kind of shit down here. Stuff I've dropped in the past, I guess. Whole pack of mark saws. But I am not seeing that second Allen wrench. Oh, there it is. Good deal. Ah, it's fun to get my old ass up. Ah, I did it. I did it, y'all. wrenches over here out of the way. I need one to push these out. All right. Need some sandpaper. All I'm doing is knocking the hard edges off this because I want these pretty squared. It'd be nice to leave here tonight on a positive note. Getting this knife finished would definitely do that. Yeah, we're gonna need a little more high grit sanding before we go to that. I'm sure Kyle was thinking that before I even walked up to the buffer. If he's even still here. Hell, if anybody's still here, I don't know. The chat hadn't moved in forever. I don't know what's going on. Somebody in the chat say something so I know if it's still moving. The last thing I see is where Paul Mills commented indeed. Sometimes after I'm here for a long time, the chat just quits. And I don't know if that's because y'all quit chatting or if it quits posting it where I can see it. Not sure which it is. Still just says Paul Mills, indeed. Come on, guys. Somebody throw something up there. Fucking #1, something. If not, I'm going to assume everybody's left or falling asleep, giving me pity views. Letting it run. Now they're doing something else. Refresh my chat. I'll try, Cliff. I don't know how to be. Chat filter, messages. All right, that did something. Derek's here now. Chat filter, all messages. Micro penis. That's a good one, Crispy. I guess I'm back. Guess I'm back in the chat now. Unless that was hours ago. We've been chatting, you were froze. I was froze on camera or just my chat was? I'll admit I was a little bit upset that nobody was bragging on my countersinking. I was pretty proud of that. Considering it's the first time I've ever even attempted it. Of course, go in through the third nut and it'll be fine. I don't know what you mean, Todd. Oh, my third nut. I've always badmouthed this carbon fiber because it wouldn't go back shiny, but it looks just fine if you buff it. I just never did because I didn't trust that buffer for the longest time. Damn near lost a foot over it and ruined two knives I broke the tip off of using that thing, but I think I've figured out it's really all about the angle you approach the wheel at. I think that's mucho important. Like you have to be constantly thinking, can it snag it from here? Can it snag it and snatch it out of my hands? I want to shorten this one just a hair. I'll be right back. Once you figure out that angle, and keep in mind the rotation and how it's going to grab it or possibly sling it, it's not near as dangerous. So if you buy a knife from me in the future, and it has bolt-on hardware, you can change the scales, but they're going to be epoxied on, so you're going to have to break them off. But you can do a scale swap if you choose. But it might be easier if you don't like the scale material I'm using to just buy it from me with no scales. That might make more sense. Then you can do whatever you want to it. And you wouldn't be the first to do that. I'm hoping tomorrow to get El Cap's kitchen knife heat treated. He wanted it with no scales on it. He wants to make his own. You know, you can still create a knife put your art into it. And of course you'll save a few bucks. I don't charge the same thing with handles as I do without. There we go. To say I'm happy with that would be an understatement. Granted, I know there's nicer shit out there, but considering I've never done that before, it's my first time trying, and I didn't fail miserably. And ruined $30 worth of carbon fiber. I don't think I could be anything but pleased. But pleased. Anal puns are the best. Well, that can's empty. That's more money I get to go spend. Now this is a local knife, so it's not going to Kyle. So let's see if we can put an edge on it. I know Kyle's dying inside right now watching this. A little imperfection in the tip, I didn't notice that. So I started sharpening. I don't want much of the tip on this thing. Son of a bitch. That's enough. Now to strop it. Kyle, close your eyes. Actually, I know he don't give a shit as long as his name ain't going on it. Hair shaving sharp. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Gonna make somebody a fine kitchen knife. I'm out of alcohol. I got a little tape residue on there. She's sharp as shit and thin as shit behind the edge. And I'm going to call it right there, guys. I had a good result. If I move on to something else, afraid I'll fuck it up. So I'm going to take my sharp-ass kitchen knife and go home. Get that thing delivered tomorrow. I got to call New Jersey or Niagara. I think my chat locked up again. In forever. Another one bites the dust. What does that mean? I'm so lost on the chat. You know, looking down it, is it perfect like it would be if Kyle did it? No. But it shaves hair. And to these local people, nice people, that'd be the sharpest thing they've ever experienced. So that's not bragging on my ability. That's making fun of what they've settled for in the past. So I'm gonna stop right there, guys. Yep, I'm gonna, yeah, that one had a little light acid etch and stone wash on it, Todd. That knife's been in my in my nightstand drawer for months. And yeah, finally got her finished up. Got a little glue residue on it. I'll clean that off when I get home. But I'm going to get me some nicotine gum out of this pack right here because I'm sick of dipping. I get more sick of it every day. Unfortunately, this fills the urge just fine. So I'm going to hit this, grab me a cold water out of the refrigerator. It is a little bit strange that I went all the way to Birmingham to pick up my small wheel attachment. I didn't even bring it in or use it. That's all right. It'll get used. Thank you, Rick. All right, guys, I'm out. Appreciate y'all for hanging out.